With Iowa in the books, most of the presidential candidates are now in New Hampshire. John Bachman and I interviewed former Florida Governor Jeb Bush earlier, and we began by asking his thoughts on our current commander-in-chief visiting a mosque with alleged ties to terror.
First of all, I applaud the fact that he went to a mosque. It's year 8. It's kind of a afterthought, I think. But we're a country of great diversity, and the great majority of Muslims are American citizens that love this country as much as you and I do, JD. So I think it's fine that he went, and he always figures out ways to blame Republicans for everything, so I'm not surprised about that. I do think that we need to be cognizant of the fact that in order to deal with the threats of Islamic terrorism, it's going to require the support of the Muslim world. And you don't do that by saying you're going to ban all Muslims entering the country. That's not an appropriate response to the challenge we face. A much more targeted, incisive approach to it, which is a strategy to destroy ISIS in the caliphate in which they exist, is the better approach. And I've laid out that detailed plan that has garnered the support of a lot of people that understand what's necessary for us to win that fight.
Governor John Bachman here. You finished in Iowa with about 3% of the vote, but a new Harper poll in New Hampshire has you at about 14%, leading the field behind Donald Trump. You're in second place. Why are we seeing this big jump for you and your supporters in the Granite State?
Well, we have a great organization, lots of volunteers. I've campaigned a lot up here. I campaigned in Iowa as well. We're running a national campaign, but I've spent more time here, and the message of someone with proven results seems to resonate. These are practical people that want practical solutions, conservative ones, of course, to the challenges we face. And the town hall meeting format is a perfect way to campaign for me. I enjoy it a lot, and I'm gratified that we're in second place in that poll, and most polls show us either second or third. And I'm excited about where we stand in this race. New Hampshire has a unique ability to reset the race, and I think they will.
Jeb, let me get to a question that is both personal and political. Marco Rubio and you, it's an interesting relationship. You're friends. You both share conservative values. Why would a New Hampshire voter, or why should a New Hampshire voter pull the lever for Jeb Bush instead of Marco Rubio?
Great question. And look, he's a gifted politician. He's been in political life since he was 26, and he knows how to campaign. He's a good politician. But we need a leader as President of the United States, someone with a proven record. I have 32 years of experience in the private sector. You learn a lot when you start a business and build it up. I've had 8 years as the most successful conservative reformer in our state's history, certainly, and certainly one of the governors that's in the last 20 or 30 years that people look to as the most successful. So I have a record. It distinguishes me from Marco Rubio, who can't claim that he has a record to do anything. He can talk about what he will do, but Barack Obama got elected saying what he would do, and it turns out he didn't do it, and he didn't have the leadership skills to do any of it. We need someone with a proven record, I think, to fix the mess in Washington, D.C. That's the story I tell, and I do it with respect to the other candidates, and certainly respect to Marco Rubio, who is a gifted person. But you need someone with a steady hand that can make tough decisions and has a proven record to have done it in the past.
Of course, Jeb, Monday night, Ted Cruz won in Iowa by winning among evangelicals. Faith, obviously an important factor. You have Senator Cruz, Senator Rubio, heck, even Donald Trump talking about the Bible. How will your own faith influence your policies as president?
Well, my faith informs everything about me, about my life. I am comforted by my faith. It gives me a serenity to make decisions. I pray before I have to make decisions. It's hugely important. It informs my belief that life is a gift from God, that we're all here for a purpose, that it's divinely inspired, and that we should protect life from beginning to end. And so it is an important part of my life, and as governor of the state of Florida, once again, I had a chance to act on it, not just talk about it. And I did it on behalf of the most vulnerable in our society, on behalf of the unborn, on behalf of frail elders. It's something that is really important to me.
All right, let's turn our attention to Donald Trump, if we could, just for a second, Governor. He used some expletives last night to describe how he would deal with ISIS. And on Twitter today, he said Ted Cruz stole the Iowa election. What is your take on Mr. Trump's language, his tone, his invective in this campaign in particular?
I'm tired of it. I don't think it's a sign of strength. I think it's a sign of deep insecurity when he uses profanity. I mean, they're children watching this stuff. I find it offensive when he insults the disabled, women, Hispanics, POWs, calling them losers because they got caught. This is disgusting, and it's not a sign of leadership. It's certainly not a sign of strength. This notion that you just raise the volume of your voice and say ugly things, that makes you strong. Wow, that's just totally the opposite. It's a sign of deep insecurity and weakness. And our next president needs to be strong and have fortitude and inspire people and lead this country. And you don't do it by shouting out expletives.
Jeb, obviously conservatives want a candidate that can win in November, and it looks like they have to beat Hillary. Let's talk about her for a second. How serious do you believe this email problem to be, and why would you be victorious in November?
Well, as it relates to me, I have the most conservative record of results of anybody on the stage. No one matches it. As I said, governors get to lead. They make tough decisions. They can forge consensus. They can create strategies. And Chris Christie and John Kasich are good, solid people. But I have the most accomplished record as a conservative in this race. As it relates to Hillary Clinton, I think this email scandal is truly remarkable, and I think it is could be her downfall.
We got to wrap it up here. I want to get a prediction from you, though, in the last 30 seconds we have. Do you beat Donald Trump in New Hampshire on Tuesday?
I have no idea about that, but I'm going to work my heart out. I can promise you that.
We thank Governor Bush for his time, as always. Up next, Alan Dershowitz, as Newsmax Prime continues right after this.